Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box, the Technical Trader. Monday night, November the 21st. And these are the charts of the day. I'm going to go over some long and shorts. And first, some of the stocks that are acting great. And the reason why I'm not really emphasizing the shorts here is that with McClellan Oscillator minus 223 down almost 100 today, down 99. I think we're at a point which several times during the course of the last year, we reach an oversold condition enough to get a rally back. And even if we do go lower, I think we're going to rally back from the next low at the very least if we haven't reached the low today. I agree with Avi on that one. INHX. Well, you can see this huge move it had, and then a two-week beautiful pennant or flag pattern resulted in the breakaway gap today, where it opened up 11 and a half, got up to almost 12 at 11.98, and then back down to 10.61. So it didn't close well, but it was still up $1.68 or 19% on a day like this on 10 million shares. So let's see if there's any upside follow through and where it holds on this pullback. By the way, on the target on that one still it looks to me like 13 short term. GCA has just been spectacular. You can see how it runs up flags, runs up flags, runs up flags, and it's had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way move, pull back, and then exploded through two levels of resistance. But we are up against the 450, 440, 50 zone, which I thought was going to be resistance, reaching 433 today. So let's see if it can plow through here or whether it's going to have to back off and do another one of these flags. SPPI acting great in the last since beginning of October has gone from 690 to 13, nearly doubling. And if you look back at the long-term chart, it's just a spectacular move from 3 and change up to 13. So I'm really liking the way this is looking. On a long-term chart, it's at multi-year highs. This resistance line that I've noted is now being moved through, and it could very well spike up into the 30s or 40s on a longer term basis, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. On a weekly basis, here's what we're seeing. A move that could take it up into the mid to high teens, maybe even low 20s. So let's keep close tabs on this one, as it does have momentum. Then, speaking of momentum, I think Dendrion, which had collapsed, had some pretty good, damn good news today. And the stock has been moving up steadily in the last couple of days. You'll see it's moved from 7 to 909. There's resistance up here around 9 and a quarter, but I'm still looking for a possibility of getting this up towards 10 and a half, 3/4, maybe even 11, up in that secondary resistance level. But first, we got to get through by 9 and a quarter. PZZI just continues to look great. Excuse me, and despite the recent pullback to the trend line and the 20-day moving average, it held, bounced, and today followed through to the upside, holding the 510 zone. That is key short-term support. If we can get up past the 6 and a quarter range, I'd look for something around 7 on a short-term basis. SWI continues to really impress. Solar Winds, even though it's up against a long-term channel top, let's take a look at this here. It has such strong momentum short-term. I wouldn't be, especially with the reversal today from 29.5 to 31.39, closing at 31.14, up $1.21 on 4% on 2.7 million. Biggest volume in about 3 weeks. So impressive action. If we get to 32, I would look for the stock to move into the 34 range. KOG, my favorite junior Bakken region oil, continues to act well, and today reversed off the low at 743 to close at 801 on 16 million shares. Despite the down volume of the last couple of days, the stock seems to have absorbed it, at least for now. And the next target is about 890 to 9. Beyond that, it could accelerate up through the 10-11 range. Very impressed with the action on high-tech pharmaceuticals, and this stock appears to be an acquisition, but in any case, acquisition target, I should say. Look at the way it's held the 50-period moving average here, 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 and then here again. It looks like this time the target's up around 44. MDVN, wanted to highlight the little 2-week pennant here after this huge move. If we get an explosive move above, say, 43.5, 44, I'm looking for a spike up that takes it to the 50, 52 range. FTK had a nice reversal off the low today at 817 and closed at 877, up 12 cents, reversing a loss into a gain. And the volume was 1.8 million shares, but we need to get through minor resistance up around 9. If we get through that, I'm looking for the stock to get up to 9 3/4, 10, maybe 10 and a half. And lastly, on the long side is LNG. I wanted to point out to you the, let me show you this beautiful coil that's developed here, or pennant. or a wedge, whatever you want to call it. But the bottom line is that if you can notice that it keeps backing off the intraday highs at that line. Now, should it get through that and move up through 12 and a quarter, I think it can explode towards 14, 15 short term. That's LNG. A review of some of the boxed shorts. Now, I'm avoiding the ones that have come down so sharp that they're severely oversold, even though they can go down lower. Let's look at some that appear to be just beginning to roll over potentially. Hang on 1 minute while I adjust the charts. There we go, better view for you. Now, as you can see, Covance, which broke hard here, bounced once, twice, three, four times up into that zone and failed and rolled over. And then came down and formed a little bit of a consolidation. Took that out today with a drop of $1.35 or 2.87%. But key is that 6-week support is broken today. Now, if we step back a little further and look at this declining channel, there's room to get down to 39.40 on the stock. And that will be my target should it take out the 42 3/4 level, which was the October low that it very well may test here. And that's what I'm looking for. Ultra short term. ASMI, a big wedge has been broken, and it appears that the stock not only rolled over, took out price support, but today took out the 50-day moving average as well. Not a big loss, 3.8%, $1.06, and the volume was very light. But if volume picks up on the downside, this could very well cascade into the low 20s. MGA, another stock that broke out of a wedge to the downside today, only slightly, 59 cents, but it appears that this could roll somewhat further. And if we look at the pattern on this, you'll see that the bottom of the channel appears to be down around 26.7. That's my target for MGA. BMC Software continues in an ugly channel and broke the rising bear flag here. Broke probably back to the moving average, failed yesterday. Today dropped some more. It's near a short-term support, but it appears that it could get down to 31 or 2 short-term. HFC near a massive topping neckline of a topping formation here. If this thing should collapse from here, you can see it cascade down towards 20, my short-term target. And CVI also, if it breaks here, which it looks like it's going to, could see 16 or even 14 short-term. An Ensign Group, which appears to be in a big 3-month flag or consolidation pattern, may be about to break down here. Keep an eye on this line and whether it gets under 21.5 3/4 or so. If it does, it could cascade down towards 19 short-term. That's my short-term target. If you look at the long-term chart, you see the down channel calls for something as low as 15, 16. My secondary target. Those are your ideas for long and short today. You guys have a good evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.